Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of the Kill la Kill Vlogs. What happens this time? What happens this time? Well, many things happen this time. Many things that I wrote down so I would remember and not choke like I'm doing now. Yes, yes, notes. So as what happened last time is that we left and she was gonna fight the Elite Four, and now she's gonna fight the Elite Four. Wow, this is a spectacular beginning, isn't it, KJ? Sitting there mocking me, you bastard. Uh, she's gonna fight. So that there's an order to how she's going to fight them according to how many people they've fought. Uh, First, it's Ultra Dude, the S&M creepy dude, and then it's the computer guy. Then it's the girl with the music notes on her all over the. What is that called? Soka? No. Saka? No. The hat, the marching band hat. You know what I mean? Uh, and then Lord Spycrotch, the blinded guy, is last, and then it's going to be Lady Satsuki. I think that's what she said. Anyway, she's all set to fight him. She's transformed everything. Excuse me, and he says your fight will begin at 1 o'clock exactly as scheduled. And he points at the. She looks down at the clock, and it's 8:55. So she says, "I'm not waiting around for that." He says, "Yes, you are, because those are the rules." Oh yeah. Well, she gets to have lunch, and during lunch, the magic, mysterious glasses man appears and tells her not to fight them. And from what he says, it implies that he knows what happened to her father, but he's not telling. Uh, so when the fight actually does come around, he reveals that because last time we saw him do this in his transformed state, he was in the shadows, so you didn't really see him. So we get to see it this time, and his first form, it's S&M Mumra. That's the best way. He's got a ball gag in his mouth like that. He's got these spikes in place holding it there, and he's all wrapped up. He's got this thing on his chest, these locks, and he's all bound up and all that. He can't move at all. He just sits there, and he's like, basically, it's Wobbuffet mode. You know, he has to wait for someone to attack him before he can attack back. And the attack energy builds and builds, sort of like what is it called? Payback. No, yeah, Payback from the Pokemon games. Uh, then he lashes out, explodes all the different wrappings that he has on him outward, and they lacerate and do tentacle hentai stuff. Uh, oh my! And she is not stupid. She saw what happened last time, so she's not going to attack him. So instead, what he does is that he attacks himself by opening up some tentacles and just hitting himself. And he says, if you won't attack me, I will whip and beat myself and beat myself, yes, until I climax, and then I will explode all over the place. I'm quoting, okay? I'm just quoting. That is all. Oh my God. Oh, the drugs they must have in Japan. Anyway, once he does finally explode, we see his second form, which is S&M Iron Man, with a bunch of tentacles coming out of his back and this big ring around his back with spikes on it. Uh, and then he starts literally beating her ass. You know, wham, slap, slap. Like, it's all supposed to be attacking and damaging her and all that. It's not supposed to be used on the internet for ill purposes in any way, shape, or form. You gift makers, you stop what you're doing. That is improper use of artwork there. Anyway, okay, just indigestion. I had an indigestion episode before I started recording. Sorry about that. So uh, Now, my train of thought has gone everywhere now, except here. Uh, so we are treated to another flashback, and this one's about him trying to stop Lady Satsuki when she's first trying to take over the school, and he says that he won't let her take over the school and all that. He says he knows he can't beat her. He's wearing steel armor in the flashback, and for some reason, the end of his finger is as big as her whole hand. I don't recall him being that large in the previous episode, or maybe they just photoshopped him up. So it kind of looks ridiculous, but again, I've seen weirder. I've seen weirder. How many times can I say in the video? Maybe I should put an counter down there. Uh, and during their fight that they have, I was hearing real lightsaber, you know, the real lightsaber sounds from Star Wars, the sound effects from it. And so she defeats him. She defeats him, and uh, the whole "I've defeated you, now follow me" and all that stuff. He gets dedicated to her because she offers him a position with her, and he accepts it, and now he's her impenetrable shield. And he's the captain of the disciplinary committee, which means it's his job to punish everybody, hence the S&M theme. Sorry. He is in this leather-bound, rubbery, tentacle-covered spike with a ball gag and all that. And he tells Ryuko that her outfit is slutty. Oh, and so the fight keeps escalating because she said, Ryuko says that revenge is a worthy cause, and that's the reason she fights. He fights for her, and he says, "Oh, but that's an honorable. Fighting for her is an honorable thing. Fighting for resolve and all that." And he says that revenge is an unworthy cause, which is why Lady Satsuki is ignoring her. Right? Never mind grief and rage and all that. That's not important. And then he manages to ring spikes all over her. Right? These spike rings on her, like that tire gag from old cartoons. And then he forms molds out of his fists, literal molds that with the impression of a girl, a real schoolgirl, like from a stereotypical one of those dolls things. And he's going to literally mold her into a better student. It's one way of doing it. You know, I attended homeschool. You know, I avoided that whole molding thing. You know, my mom made my own molds. You know, she didn't know how to use them, didn't fit right, so things leaked out all over the place. Anyway, so every time that he explodes, he has to reform himself by retracting all his tentacles and wrapping himself back up. And then the whole thing starts over again. You attack him, build, explode, regress, all that stuff. It takes about 30 minutes. No. I'm sorry. It doesn't. It's pretty fast. That sounds wrong, too. Oh, how do I phrase this? Anyway, enough with the sluts. Enough with the dirty mindedness. Okay, so a giant tentacle comes out of his pants. That's what happens. There's no other way of putting that. And so Senketsu, you know, he has that mouth right here, bites down on the end of it, and they're retracted into him. It sounds unbelievably wrong. I'm sorry. Oh. So they're pulled into him, and they're all wrapped up inside with him. You can see the outline of her and all that, the TNA fan service. And of course, the typical "he's lost" sort of thing comes from his peers, the other Elite Four, and Sasuke, like, he should have known better and all that stuff. And because she transforms while inside of him, and all those little, there are all these little decorative little spiky bits of cloth on the fringes of Sinkets, and they all become chainsaw blades. And these big Wolverine, I forget what they're called, but Wolverine blades that she just tears him apart with, and then hits him with the big absorbing thing, the finishing move with the big extended scissor, and blasts through him, shreds his Goku uniform to pieces, and absorbs the light fibers, and he is defeated. And in his shame, he tries to commit seppuku. Seppuku. It's either seppuku or seppuku. I'm not Japanese. I don't know. Harakiri. There we are. Harakiri. And but Satsuki stops him before he does it, and so he just falls down. Uh, I don't think she's dismissed him. I think he's just failed this time. Because the other guy failed and he was given a second chance. And so the episode ends with Computer Dude walking on down, and his he's got one of those collars like from Naruto that just covers half of his head, and it only opens when he talks and does this, do 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 when he talks. So that's kind of distracting, but kind of fits with the computer thing, so I know why they did that. Anyway, my overall impression: why is she bothering with the Elite Four when Glasses Man knows what happened? Why isn't she going after Nude Beach or whatever they're called? This show keeps getting dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. Though I am grateful there weren't any Brocks on the sidelines going, well, you see this and you see that. This happens because of A, and that happens because of B. Every fighting anime does that, and I don't know why. Uh, I'm glad this one didn't. Anyway, well, it kind of did, but not anywhere near as bad as like Yu Yu Hakusho or Dragon Ball Z or yeah, Dragon Ball Z did it too. Yes, it did. Shut up. Uh, or Pokemon. Good lord, you can make an entire season of episodes just Brock explaining stuff. uh, anyway, so yeah, my overall impression is that why is there a video game of this? I want there to be a video game of this. Turn based. You can go in and fight each other, and you know, wouldn't that be great? That'd be great. No, it'd probably fuck it up. Uh, anyway, sorry for being ill during this, but you have bad chicken and indigestion, and all that starts to churn up in there, and then it says, we're coming out this end instead. That sort of thing. Sorry, I mean, first the sex stuff, now this being described. I'm sorry. Uh, so I've got right now we've got 9 hours for the plane leaves, so I need to get sleep. I need to wake up, and this is going to be the last vlog that I record while I'm in the U.S. So the next one's going to be on my phone. My video quality will be supreme, and the videos may not have a consistent upload because I'll have to upload them where I am because they're not as many for while I'm gone as I would have liked to have made. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But it also depends on where I am, the internet quality, and everything else. The hotel, because I've yet to stay in a hotel that has good enough upload speed to do things in a realistic time because I'm not spending 3 days at a hotel just to upload one video. Uh, but yeah, yeah, this is good. If you guys have anything to say about this episode of Kill la Kill or Kill la Kill in general, leave those comments down below, and I will read them in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you soon, and I will see you in real time when I get back from the US. You have a nice day, and if there's any anime that you want me to do a vlog series on, leave it in the comments down below, and I'll take a look. You have a nice day. Again, have a nice day. Have a nice day. Have it. Think I've had a trigger word. Excuse me.